Hello everybody, just got myself a new toolbox. Harbor Freight US General Series 2. I got the 72-inch bottom and the 56-inch top, or that's what they call the dimensions anyway. Those aren't actually the sizes of the toolbox. So here we go. Let's see, first thing to talk about I guess would be shipping. So I paid to have this shipped to my house. They shipped it with a shipping company who had 0 lift gates on any of their trucks, so they were unable to deliver it to my house, which was unfortunate. The company literally had no lift gates on any single one of their trucks. So that was problem one. Dealt with that by going and picking up the toolboxes with a pickup truck, and let me tell you, this bottom one is pretty heavy. It's about 650 pounds, I think, or something like that. The top one is around 300, so the bottom one was pretty hard to unload. We unloaded it on the back ramp here, out of the back of a pickup truck with a couple boards, and we got it down in, and then we ended up hooking the winch to it from the four-wheeler, and put the four-wheeler over here at the front door, and pulled it through and pulled it in, and then we got it off the pallet and everything. Quality-wise, everybody seems to say, you know, mixed reviews, but I'm not all that impressed. So let me just show you. The bottom toolbox came in a crate. The crate was all busted apart by the time it had gotten here. It was just a cheap half-inch plywooded crate with some cardboard and stuff. But underneath the cardboard was actually packed pretty well with styrofoam and these nice heavy-duty cardboard angles, kind of like angle iron, that went on all the corners and stuff. The top toolbox was not packed like that. It didn't come in a crate or anything. As you can see, we got a big ding here. I don't know if you can see, but there's a big ding in this. I don't know what the hell you'd call this, fake chrome or something. There's a big dent right in there. That whole center's all caved in. You can't really tell on the phone, on the video, but and then let me grab a square. So the other part is, let me just grab my square right here. I'm knocking down a bunch of stuff. So here's my square. It's just a small, 1 foot by 8 inch square. So here we go. Here's the best part. Let's see if we can get this square right up in here. Alright, there we go. Look at that. So there's the square. You can see, and that's within 1 foot. Whoops. Within 1 foot. It's about 3/16 of an inch. And it's on both sides. So come over to this side. Here we go. Let's get that right on. Boom. Completely out of square. So I'm guessing it had been knocked off the forklift. Nobody bothered to tell anybody. But because it was packed in the cardboard, we didn't notice it till we picked it up, trucked it here, unloaded it, unwrapped it, put it up on here. 2 of us, me and my brother, were able to do it, and then we realized, oh shit, there's a big ding there. There's several dents on the top, on the lid. You won't be able to see them. There's a couple dents on the back. I don't think there was any dings in the sides. I didn't put the handles on the top because I don't need them. I'm not planning on moving the top around, so I'm going to leave those off. The handles are pretty nice. They're cast, but there's only one screw. There's a little dimple on the handle. There's only one screw that actually holds it on each end. So I took that off. I took the handle off. Well, it comes without the handles on it, but I put this one on. I took it back off just because it's so close to the door. And I'm not planning on moving it, but here, see if we can get I'll pull one out of the bottom drawer. I kept the handles. I'll show you. But so that was my experience, my wonderful, wonderful experience. Called up Harbor Freight, told them about the situation. They offered to come pick this up and refund me the top half, refund me the money for the top half, or exchange it. And they're like, if you choose to do that, we'll send a truck. I'm like, you can have guys to load it up? They said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, let's do an exchange. They said, they'll come pick this one up, bring it back, and then bring me another one. I'm like, oh, 2 more shipments I have to deal with after this shit show that I just went through. So, they're like, okay, we'll put you on hold, and we'll set up, the shipments to get this picked up. And then the phone went click, and that was the end of that conversation. So I just decided to keep this. And disputing it on my credit card for all the damage and all the trouble I had to go through. about 300 bucks in gas to get these two pieces here after I paid to ship it to my house. So, all right, and then so these bottom drawers, they open. They're kind of attached. They don't slide. You see, they don't slide. They don't slide because the whole toolbox is out of square. That one and this one both, they don't slide. This one's a little better because it's a wider drawer, but you can see it doesn't slide like these upper drawers. If you were to push, you can see it slide. The whole top is all messed up basically, which is fine. It's still workable, still usable, and if I win the dispute, I'll keep it for free. Other thing I don't like, obviously they're not key to like because, you know, that would be too much work. And they don't make a 72-inch top. But so here I got some actual dimensions for everybody, some specs. I got myself a cheat sheet here. So the actual bottom of the toolbox is not 72 inches long. It's not 72 inches long. It's 71 and a quarter. The top is supposed to be 56. I guess they took that extra quarter inch off the bottom, extra, you know, missing length off the bottom. They added it to the top one. So instead of the top toolbox being 56, it's actually 56 and 5/8. So, you know, apparently they just decided they make this one a little smaller and that one a little bigger. So, and the depth is correct. The depth is, well, the depth this way of the toolbox from front to back here is 22 and a quarter on the bottom, and it's 22 and a half on the top. So you can see, I'll take my piece of board here. You can see the top of the toolbox is actually bigger than the bottom. So top, I actually measured both of them, 22 and a half, bottom's 22 and a quarter, which it should be opposite again. So there's that issue, which isn't that big of a deal. And then it's supposed to have full extension ball bearing drawers. I'll open up this drawer right here. I haven't filled it all the way yet. The drawers are not full extension. The top ones extend out more than the bottom. So the top drawers extend out, let's see, 19 inches. The top drawers, you have 19 inches of space here out of the 22-inch full extension ball bearing. So you got 19 on the top drawer. Again, I already took all these measurements before making this. The bottom set of the toolbox, the 72-inch toolbox, you don't even have 19 inches. The top, you have 17 inches from here to here. Very not full extension. Look at all that space right there. That's fully pulled out, and you can see I put little wooden spacers back there so that I could get my sockets out of here. Just barely. I made the spacer just barely big enough where I can pull this out and get the socket out, so that I'm not wasting too much drawer space. But you can see back there, the blocks behind my back in there. So 17 inches on the bottom for the extension of the drawers. Oh, that's never happened. That's first time. Oh, the clicker got stuck. Alright, so that clicker is sticking. There we go. And 19 inches on the top for the depth of the drawers. So the dimensions for the drawers on the top, the long drawers are my bad. The long drawers are 36 and 3/4. These top drawers here, 36 and 3/4 long. No, that's wrong. These top drawers are 37 inches long. My bad, I got the cheat sheet here. And I was just trying to remember what they were. These top drawers are 37 inches long this way. These top drawers are 12. All of these, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, are 2.5 inches deep. The bottom two drawers, this drawer here and this drawer here, are 4.5 inches deep. So that's nice to have different, you know, depth for the drawers. The bottom toolbox, the top drawer is 52 inches. That top drawer is 52 inches and it's 4 inches deep. All of these are 12 inches wide by 2.5, except for that bottom one, which is 7 inches deep. That bottom one is 7 inches deep as well. That one right before the bottom is 5.5 inches deep. That big one right there, that beast of a drawer, is 14 inches deep. Again, those drawers are 12 inches by 2.5. These ones are what I have for those, that length measurement there. Bottom toolbox. Those ones are actually different than the top. The top ones were 37. The bottom ones, those middle sets there, those bad boys are completely different at 36 3/4 inches long. So you can see the manufacturing aspect of these toolboxes. I mean, that's not meant to go up here. So I'm not, you know, the 56 inch may line up with the 56 inch all the way down, but it doesn't line up with the 72. They advertise it being shown as having this on top of the 72, but it's not really made to go up there. So there's all the dimensions. A couple more drawer depths on the back. What was the 43.5 for? I don't remember what I wrote that down for. 43.5 inches. Oh, that was the height of the bottom. The height of the bottom box is 43.5 inches off the ground to this point here, and then you've got, you know, 1/4 of an inch for the lip. So you got 43.5 for that, and then you got 65 inches to the actual top right here. So 65 inches to the top. It's a pretty high toolbox. And then you've only got 2 inches in here. You've got 2 inches of space. This is all you have if you want to put stuff up here and close the top. That's all you have, 2 inches. So I'm going to leave my top open. Just put some random stuff up there, paperwork, batteries, whatnot. Just so you know, also, the one other thing I hated about this toolbox, the casters, they suck. They do not roll for shit. The swivel casters I constantly had to kick, and yes, they were unlocked. I was kicking them to get them to turn to be able to move the toolbox. So I wasn't really impressed with them. As you can see, pellets store perfectly underneath there. Maybe I'll make a video of what's in the toolbox. I haven't finished filling it yet. Like I said, I just got this last week. I've been working on getting everything filled in. So I still got some completely empty drawers. Oh, let me show you guys one of the handles. Here's one of the handles right here. See, it says U.S. General on it. Oops, I had it the right way the first time. They're nice handles. They're cast. Not the highest quality in terms of being able to move the toolbox around. I could actually, when I was moving it, I could actually hear the cracking of the handle. So definitely not meant to move the toolbox around that well. There's just some random junk in that bottom drawer. If you wanted to get rid of these latches, you could, just by putting something in there to hold them open. As you saw, this top one, it sticks, so I've got to lube that up. Also, a lot of people say you need 2 hands to open this big drawer. You don't. There's one-handed right there. Open it right up, and that drawer is full. Push it on one side, it does close. It does squeak. A lot of the drawers, they squeak when you open them. The ball bearing slides. All right, everybody. I hope this helps you guys out, so you can see the quality of the toolbox and how it ships. Maybe I'll throw some pictures up at the end of how it came in from the shipper, just so you guys can see how it's packed. But you can see it fits perfect. Just barely enough room to keep my panel door open because I shut all my power off when I leave. Barely enough room to keep that panel door open. It does fit perfect. And for the price of free, when I win my dispute, you can't ask for a better toolbox. I mean, come on. You just can't ask for a better toolbox. So, a lot of issues with this. A lot of other people got their boxes in and they loved them and they're fine and everything. I'm sure it'll last for years to come. But just the customer service and the way it came and everything, I'm not very impressed. But I mean, I do like the toolbox, but the trouble I had to go through to get it was not cool. So there it sits. It can hold a lot of capacity, a lot of tools in this toolbox. All right, everybody, thanks again for watching. Feel free to check out some other videos, and happy toolbox hunting.